This practice of yoni and hip opening yoga is designed to ground you deeply into the base of your body, healing our connection to the earth and retrieving our ancestral connection to the land, our womb, our sacred ground, our bones, gravity, and the presence of our being. Being in this seated, easy, cross-legged position, feel the way your yoni is pressing against the earth. Become aware of the weight of your body. When you feel ready, bring your hands to your heart, setting your intention for your practice. What is it you would like to connect with today? Is it your sexuality? Is it reclaiming your ability to receive? When you feel comfortable with what you've chosen, bring your hands back to your knees. Holding on to your knees, allow your body to spiral over your pelvic bowl. Use your knees to help support you as you move. Making these big spirals, you can lean into them and make them as lush and as juicy and as supportive as you feel comfortable. And then slow it down and start to spiral the other way. Imagine that you are drilling yourself deeper and deeper into the earth, spiraling the cauldron of the wisdom of your womb. And using your hands on your knees like brakes, start to move your back in a flexion and an extension. We call this a cat-cow, and it's a seated cat-cow. Use that exhale to draw your navel to your spine, rounding your back. And as you inhale, pull with your hands to lift your sternum up and through the columns of your arms, exposing your throat, knowing that there is a direct relationship between your throat and your cervix. Coming to seated, preparing to move into a spinal twist. Bring your left hand to the right knee, flexing the back of your wrist, creating a little stop. Then using a gentle leverage of your arm on your leg, bring your right hand to the floor behind your back. Use your intention to lift the crown of your head towards the ceiling, feeling long in your spine. And as you exhale, turn belly, chest, shoulders and chin to the right. Even bring your eyes to look as far to the right as you can. Allow both hips to be anchored here. Bring your right ear down to your shoulder, opening through the left side of your neck. And use your next inhale to reposition your gaze forward. Lift the right arm towards the ceiling, and then using your body, lean over to the left. That left arm has you anchored. The right hip is grounding you, and you're lifting up and over your rib cage. That left rib cage is buoyant. You can tuck your chin into your armpit as you gaze your face towards the ceiling, feeling the length in the sides of your ribs. Then let that right arm lift you back to center. Bring both hands to your knees. Unravel the right leg, preparing for a version of a forward fold, you leaving your left heel tucked closely towards your groin and your right leg bent. Turn your torso to face your right leg, and then slowly allow your body to roll over that leg. The intention is to feel the stretch in your lower left back, lower outer hip, glute medius, and the fleshy part of your rump. Imagine the upper left thigh spiraling up and out and over the bones towards your back body as your left tummy wraps inwards. Without any force, allow your body to get heavy over your own legs. Cultivate this sense of coming home within your embodiment, within your own body. And use the inhale and your hands to help walk yourself back to an upright position. Wiggle those toes, unravel the leg, and then bring the left leg out as we bring the right leg to tuck in, and then coming into a seated cross-legged position with the opposite leg in front. Holding onto your knees, take a few rounds of cat and cow to move out from your body what you've been stretching and flexing, whatever needs to be released from you. Feeling the surrender across the top of the shoulders and through the front of your throat. Long, smooth breath. Preparing to twist on the other side. The right hand is your anchor on the back of the left knee. Left hand is on the floor behind your sacrum. Feel for the twist elongating you. Never ever twist and feel shorter. Let all of your twists help you to feel longer and longer. Both sides of your hips are helping you to redistribute any excess mental energy down through your body, allowing your body to yield to gravity. And use the next inhale to position your face forward. Allow your left arm to elevate towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, tip your body over into a side bend. Use the energy of the back of your right hands to support you, feeling your right rib cage lift you up and over your body. You can turn your gaze down if that feels more comfortable for your neck, or turn your face towards the ceiling. We're moving to feel longer. Let every breath take place in the here and the now. With the next breath in, let that hand lift you up, coming to an upright position as you unravel your left leg. Bend the knee. Feel for both sides of your hips to be even on the earth. And then again, position your body to face your left leg. Feel the outer right rump rolling towards the earth and your body melting over your bones. Listening to the intelligence of your cells, letting you know when your body trusts you. You can allow yourself to get heavier with permission, with conscious and deliberate intention to be of service to yourself. Feel the back of your neck opening and the back of your heart. And then using your hands and the strength of your arms, walk yourself to an upright position. unravel both legs out long in a wide V. Supporting yourself however it feels most comfortable to spiral your torso over your hips now. This isn't a competition on who can get the deepest. This is for you to actually feel your yoni and your vulva pressing against the earth. Feel the opening of the hips. Is there an opening there? And coming into our foam roller part of our class. Use the length of your roller horizontally across your mat, and then position your body so the flat part of your back is on the foam roller, with your legs bent and your shoulders on the earth. Lift your feet and let your legs and your bent knees drop into your chest. You can take your hands to the knees and gently hug them in as you breathe out. Spiral your knees wide apart from each other as you make 2 semicircles with your legs, hands upon your knees to guide the movement. Slow and intentional. Let every breath take place in the here and now. Move the circles in the opposite direction whenever you're ready. Feel the way your body is responding to gravity. Lace the fingers around your right shin and let your left leg drop with your leg bent, foot to the floor. Just breathing as you cradle your right leg into your body. You might like to wiggle your toes and roll your ankle around in space. And then using your right hand, help your right leg to drop out to the side. Feel the way gravity is supporting you to create a massage for your outer hip against the foam roller. But everything is done consciously and deliberately. In this passive stretch, notice how the front of the hips open. You can swap legs in your own time. As you cradle the left leg in, notice how the front of that right hip flexor has a yawn. And take your time when you work with a foam roller. Any of the shapes that I'm making, you may like to press pause and spend time with. Renegotiate and distribute your body weight so that your other limbs support you. Take your time is the invitation. When you're ready, you can bring both of the legs in, cradling yourself. Feel the release in your lower back as your hips are elevated. And take your hands to the backs of your hamstrings, massage them as your legs can be bent and your feet straight up. If you can reach your feet here, coming into a happy baby pose with your hips elevated. Again, relax any tension around your pelvic floor, any tension around your yoni. Allowing the body to feel safe and open in these shapes. As we're preparing now to come into a release through the outer leg and the ITB, we're not coming into a full twist just yet. Using the left hand on your right leg, allow the body to gently rock, leaving your right shoulder on the ground, just lifting that right hip so you can feel the extension from the greater truncator, the outer point of your hip, to your knee. And then if it feels good for you, come over into a twist however deep it feels good for you. If you don't want to use the foam roller, you can come into this twist over a bolster or over a pillow or use nothing at all, just be on the ground. Bring the opposite leg up now and moving into the same pattern, stretching out the other leg, using your right hand now on your left leg. Come over into a very easy twist. Anything we do on our foam roller can be amplified. Let your breath be your guide. If you ever feel anything or that feels electrical or pinching or tugging, come out. We don't want to feel any of these things. We want to work with the meaty part of the tissue. When you're ready, come out of the shape, bring both legs into your chest, give them a hug, rolling out the legs. And then stretch them both out long. Let the feet land on the floor so your pelvis is elevated. Let both feet drop out to the side. Maybe your arms reach up over your head. There is a connection to our instinctual body as we reclaim our wisdom of the womb. As we prepare to take this deeper, you can bend your right leg, have the foot flat on the floor, and roll over onto the rump of your left leg. Use your arms to support you here. We're never crossing over the bones. We're always feeling for the meaty part of the tissues of our hips. Breathe, moan if your body needs it. Let any tension be released from your mouth. Sigh if you have salt water coming from your eyes. Know that it is your body's way of releasing tension. Now I want to show you where we're working. The front part of the hip bone and the greater truncator, where I'm touching on the outside of my hip to the front part of my hip. That band across the tissue there, that's where we're aiming the foam roller. Now I'm pointing to the top of my hip crease and the back of my pelvic rim to the greater truncator. And that fleshy part of the glute medius and the front hip flexor is where we're rolling onto. And there, across the back body, on the top of your butt cheek, and all across the rump of your glutes. So feel for that area as you're rolling around on the bolster. Do your best to never ever cross over the bone. If you want to take it deeper, you can lift the top leg off the floor, pouring all of your weight down onto your rump, tenderizing the tissue there. Let it feel good. There's no rush. How easily can you surrender over control and be present with your body? As you roll over onto your back, you may like to release what we've been doing by taking a very gentle back roll. Notice how I'm using my hands and both of my feet to support my body. And bring both legs back up into your torso. Extend them both out long, straight up towards the ceiling. Explore the range of motion you have, however feels most comfortable and natural for you. And then allow your right foot to land as we prepare to rock over onto the rump of your right hip. Take your time. Feeling for the tissues and any tension that your body's asking for you to iron out. I invite you to watch the video, see what I'm doing, and then pause the video And close your own eyes and roll around on your foam roller, just as you're seeing me do. If you've ever seen a cat rub itself against its scratching post, I want you to imagine that's what you're doing. You're feeling for any areas of your body that need some extra loving attention from you. This might feel incredibly intense for you. Can you be with your body? Can you be with the intensity of what it's feeling? So long as it's not causing you pain, if it's discomfort, what happens if you can stay present with that discomfort? Can you make space for it to just be there? And rolling onto your back so both hips are even on the bolster or on the roller. Hug your legs in. Massage your body with your own hands. This is the key to this practice. And then taking another back roll. If you need to support your head, then clasp your hands behind your head. And then starting to allow your hips to land as you roll the roller away from you, so your hips are on the ground. Both hands are on your knees. Wiggle the toes, allow the hips to settle, and then roll over to your side. Press yourself up. Now we're preparing to roll out the front parts of our legs. I'm demonstrating with you with both of my quads on the roller. Now this is quite an intense shape to make, and you will want to have some strength in your abdomen, some core strength here, so that you aren't dipping into your lower back. Resting on your forearms, roll up and down the roller, and you can roll your thighs in and out. If you notice, my feet rock. My toes point out and then they rock back inwards as I have an internal and external rotation of my thighs. Be very generous with your body. Be very patient with your body. If this is strong for you, please take your time. You might like to rock all of your weight onto one side as we start to move into the ITB a little deeper. Moving both sides of your hips from side to side. And eventually you might find a real tender spot and be right in the middle of the belly of the muscle and pause. Pour all of your weight down there. Particularly healthy for the tops of the quadriceps where they meet the knee. Please don't roll over your kneecap. Staying on the tissue of your quads. This is beautifully restorative for the pelvis and all the tissues that hold your pelvis in space and time. Now we're starting to get a little deeper into the outer hip. Notice how I'm using both of my arms. Now this is optional. It's very strong. You can roll all the way out onto that ITB so you're on your side again. We've explored this. We're just going a little deeper. Can you support both legs? Breathe. When you're ready, you can roll over to the other side. If this is too strong for you, skip it. Or bring your top leg bent so your foot is on the floor, again further supporting you with 3 limbs instead of just 2. Feel for your own way. Being gentle with yourself, gentle with your body. Imagine this opportunity of you making love to yourself. I'm just showing you another way that we can massage the inner seam of our leg. The muscle that runs from the inner of your thigh to the outer is called sartorius. And you can use the roller on its side as you're laying on your left side on an angle, as you can see I've positioned it, and then roll the inner side of your thigh over that. It's incredibly nourishing for your inner groin. And you can explore lifting that right leg up and over and rolling over the tissue now, as opposed to just rolling up and down along the fibers. You can roll across. Now you can't see my left foot on the ground and my left hip on the ground helping me. And when you're ready, you can change to the other side. And we love and deliberately, consciously paying attention to what your body needs. Practice rolling over the fibers, bringing all of your present moment attention and awareness to what you're doing. Don't tap out. Stay with it. Let it feel good for you. To explore rocking and rolling your thigh over the bolster, take your time. For the rest of this video, we're going to start to come to an easy, comfortable cross-legged position as you move the bolster away from you. With your left foot tucked in close to the groin and the right leg crossed in front. We're coming back to moving our body over in spirals over our legs. Feeling for the difference that our practice is making in our body. What's it like inside your hips now? Can you feel the position of your yoni against the earth? Rock forward and backwards until you can become familiar with her. When you're ready, bring both of your legs forward so the soles of your feet can touch. Let your knees to fall out to the side as we come into a long diamond shape. And allow your body to fold forward over your legs. If you like, you can use a block or a pillow or a book even underneath your forehead. Sometimes I'll rest the block or the support underneath my hands to give it some more height. When you do this, your head can feel heavy against the block without pulling on your neck. I want you to bring your awareness to the way your yoni is touching the floor. Feel the way your hips are spreading over the earth. And then breathe into your back. Breathe into your lower back. Feel the space in the organs that reside in your back body. Feel your hips roll out, surrendering to gravity. Opening up your ancestral connection to land and your womb and the sacred ground. Relax the tongue in your mouth and your jaw. As we prepare slowly to come out of this shape, use your hands to help roll yourself back up. And then tuck your left leg in close to your groin and extend your right leg out long. You're welcome to leave your leg out straight this time, as I am. Position your body to face your right leg. Feel the flesh of your bent left leg rolling up and over your thigh bone. Feel your left hip anchoring you to the earth. Allow your body to be soft here. The muscles are soft over the structure of your bones. Allow the light of your heart to still beam through the columns of your arms so that you aren't collapsing over your chest. You're feeling for the length, as if your tummy is lifting up and over your right thigh. Your body may have a gentle rock for you. This is all an exploration of you tuning inwards. When you're ready, use the next breath in to walk your hands back towards you, lifting your body off the ground. With your torso upright, bring the right hand to the outside of your left leg, just as we did in the beginning of class, and your left hand on the floor behind you. Feel for the length in your torso as you twist towards the wall behind your left shoulder. And leaving your torso in this position, release your right hand to the inside of your right leg. Lift your left arm so that it's beside your left ear. And staying in this long lateral side bend, allow the body to tilt over to the right. If it's in your body's space to rest your right elbow onto your leg, or using a block or a book or a pillow for support, you can rest your head into your right hand and then wrap the left arm over your head. You could interlace the fingers and rest here. Do your best to not collapse in the chest. Instead, consider that the right chest is wrapping through and towards the ceiling, underneath the body, wrapping up towards the ceiling as you lean deeper into your upper left back. And using that left arm now to lift you up back to an upright position. Option here to bring the left hand down to the floor, lift up onto the left shin and sweep your right arm over your head into a beautiful back bending release. And then come back to a seated position, feeling for the expansive nature of the shapes we've been making as we prepare to move to the other side. Extending your left leg, tucking your right leg close into your body. Turn and face your left leg. Have the intention to let your belly get long and pour over your left thigh. Feel the right rump rolling towards the earth. The inner right thigh wrapping over the thigh bone. Right torso reaching forward. Let your own inner Mona Lisa smile ripple up from your belly, just in the sheer delight of the feeling of expansion inside you. Even though we're still, even though we're practicing being still and being with the body, there is this tenderness as we're delivering ourselves back to a place of ease and comfort and reassurance. So you're breathing here, feeling the base of your body spread even wider across the earth. Know that the feminine does not rise. She roots, she goes deep, she dives deeply, and she goes inwards. As you start to inhale and walk your hands back up to your body, sitting in an upright position, Moving into the twist we explored on the other side with your left hand on the back of your right leg. Turn and look over your right shoulder, feeling the equanimity of your pelvis on the ground, leaving your torso in this position. Bring the back of your left hand to the inside of your left leg. Feel long as you raise your right arm towards the ceiling, and then move your body into a lateral flexion over your left leg. Feel for both the expansion and the contraction inside this shape. Using any of the props that you need to support yourself. And as you breathe here, ask yourself, is there something I need to surrender to? Is there something I need to conquer? Or is there something I need to accept? We've been massaging both sides of our body. Our digestive tract is getting the nourishment that it needs, our reproductive organs, our pelvis, our yoni, our sacred womb. And most important, we're feeling connected to the earth. Let that right hand lift you back up with your next breath in. Plant it on the ground behind your right hip and sweep your left arm up and over your body. Breathing into this gentle back bend. As you exhale, allow your left hand to grace the horizon as you come to plant yourself back on the floor. And sitting so your legs are bent and feet are flat on the floor with your hands resting on the floor, fingers pointing towards your feet. Let your hips stabilize you as your knees rock from side to side. Let one leg drop and then lift the other so they aren't both moving at the same time. Feel for the fluidity inside the pelvis socket. And as you lower yourself down to the ground, again leave your legs bent, feet flat, close to your buttocks. Feel the space between the floor and your lower back. Notice as you're breathing, on the inhale, the arch of the lower back exaggerates the space, and as you exhale, it starts to decrease closer towards the earth. Use your full tummy breath. Start to feel this natural sponge-like relationship of your spine. I'm starting to cultivate an awareness now of drawing the navel towards the floor. Have a sense that you're flattening your back out with your breath out. Notice the gentle relationship your breath has with the pelvis here. And when you inhale, feel how the pelvis rocks in your body. And start to work with this rocking action of the pelvis. Becoming more intentional, this time as you exhale, feel your feet anchoring you as your tailbone lifts. And when you inhale, notice how your tailbone presses back down into the earth and the space of your lower back increases. Consciously and deliberately paying close attention. Bring your hands down by your side, palms down, and use them with your feet to anchor you a little deeper. Feel the connection of your hands on the floor. As you exhale, press the lower back down into the earth. Feel the tailbone lift. And when you inhale, feel the back of your pelvis roll down to the floor and the lower back lift. Keep moving and breathing in your own time. Slowly, as we start to explore this shape, you might like to take it a little deeper. You might like to bring your hands to the sides of your hips, and as you exhale, lift your buttocks so that just the tailbone lifts off the ground. And as you support yourself there as you breathe in, then use the next exhale to lower down one bone at a time. Just working with the space behind your navel and the space behind your womb. Use the exhale, use your hands, lift the buttocks off the ground so the tailbone lifts and you have some space there. Take a breath in, using your strong legs, press down. And then as you exhale, surrender one bone of your lumbar spine at a time. There's no rush. Take it slow so you feel everything. When you're ready, you can draw your legs back into your chest. Again, feel for what's happened in the practice. Is there more space in your lower back now? Can you feel how your body is more comfortable on the floor? You can separate your feet as they land so they're as wide as your mat. Release your arms out to the side and window wipe your legs from side to side. Paying close attention to letting them be moving as your body allows. You're not trying to keep the legs moving at the same time. You're practicing reclaiming your connection to your instinctual body. Reclaiming your connection to your sacred sexual body. Reclaiming your connection to your womb, your bones and gravity. Extend your legs out long. Let your feet drop out to the side. Release your arms out from your heart space and let your head be in line with your spine. As you're settling into Shavasana, relax the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let every breath take place in the here and now. Expand your awareness of the natural relationships and actions and energetic flow from within your body. You can stay here for as long as it feels good for you. When you're ready, roll over to your favorite side, savoring this feeling of Shavasana. Be in no rush. When you're ready, you can come to an easy, comfortable seat. Resting your hands comfortably in your lap, allowing your body to calibrate to an upright position. Blessings to you for a beautiful day.